feel like I'm back out here at really the only place I feel like I can breathe now. I feel like the only place I can really breathe is out here. Everything else, regular life now has become so distracting with the phones, with social media, with everything, that very few people are discovering who they truly are. I just became sick of it, guys. I just became so sick of it that I started coming out here just to try and get some type of answer, because regular life became so not even boring, just dull. Everything's just dull. Like, everybody knows what's going on. Everybody's up to date with this team, that team, all this garbage. It's just all taking you away from discovering who you truly are as a human being. And when you start spending some time out here by yourself, something talks to you. Something, you call it God, you call it the universe, whatever that is for you. I don't even have a name for it. I just have a relationship with higher self, higher power. And today I was thinking a lot about detaching. A lot of people want to become they want to be enlightened in some type of way. And the fastest way to get there is to detach. The law of detachment, guys. Like, this is essential. The law of detachment. When you really detach from everything, when you detach from those goals you want later of having the house and having like this amazing supercar or whatever, anything you want, you have to detach from it. Because in the end, like, what are you? You're just this energetic, spiritual being that's erupted from stardust and is now here, walking a path. And the thing is that one day, like, we all know it, right? We're all going to die. And that sounds morbid, but it really, you can use it to feel a sense of detachment. And when you can detach from these things, like, we all feel like we need to set up our rooms a certain way. We need to have this and that. Guys, when I started detaching from all the material things, like, I stopped thinking about buying new things, consuming new things, consuming new content, consuming new things about this, about that. I just detached, and something starts speaking with you. And it gives you this sense of enlightenment. And this comes from this detachment, because when you're attached to things and you want them so badly, they never come to fruition. Because it's this law of polarity that goes along with it, which is, if you can't know high highs without experiencing low lows. It's almost this weird aspect of life. Some would call it cyclical nature, but I think it's just peace. You find peace in the light and the dark. Like, the past couple weeks for me, I'm still on my never missing, and it's been hard. The body's hurting. I don't feel right. I had a day where I was covered in poison ivy from being out here. And it all took me off of this path. It took me off of my like baseline when I have everything right, when my diet's right, when my workouts are right. And I just started to realize, guys, that that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen at the highest levels, that's gonna happen at the lowest levels. But if you can, in a sense, control your mind in those spots and just know that you almost like re-energize yourself in those low moments to just that consistent state of growth, that consistent state where You know, let's say for my example, the other day, like, I was covered in poison ivy. Like, I couldn't grip the bar to do pull-ups because my hands were hurting. But I flipped that switch in my head. I said, I told myself I'm going to commit to this for the rest of my life. And there's no breaking that. So I did it. Through the pain, I controlled my own mind. Most people would never want to do that. It's painful. But I just said, I told myself that I'd never miss. So my brain rewires the processing, and I do it, and I get it done. And you can do this with anything. You can do this with anything in life, guys. Anything. It's just controlling your own mind. And I'm kind of going off topic because that was something that I just dealt with recently, but it literally just still comes back to this sense of detaching. So when you have these like goals for yourself, when you have these crazy goals for yourself, you have to detach from them because they'll drive you insane. So you have to tell yourself, I'm going to do these things, and then detach. And then let the process take place of all of it, you know? Let the process take place while it happens. Because when you're holding on to all these ideas, when you're holding on to, I want to get a really good physique every single day, and it's not happening, it's because you're holding on to it too tight. And it makes sense, right? Camera cut out there. I lost storage on my phone, but what I was getting to was when we do pass away and move on to whatever's next, whatever you believe in, think about it. You are truly detaching from this reality fully. And yet we can't detach from so many things in the world right now. There are so many things, you know, and it's hard, right? Because I get it. You derive love from your family. You derive love from your friends. But the thing is that in the end, we truly do fully detach and go on to whatever it is that we go on to in the next stage. The reality is that you can do this in this reality, and it'll give you this sense of enlightenment once you do detach from all these things, all your wants, all your goals, and you just flow. You flow like water.